So welcome back to another video on the channel. Now, why are you not getting clients? Why are you not getting clients and meetings booked consistently? You may get a client here, you may get a client there, you may get a meeting here, you may get a meeting there, but why are you not getting 2 meetings every week, 5 meetings every week, 10 meetings every week, 2 clients every month? Why don't you have that consistency? And why is your email outreach process, your Facebook advertising process, if you're running ads for your agency, your just client acquisition process overall, why is it not working? Well, in this video, I'm going to be covering the exact reason why it isn't working and exactly what you need to implement in order to make it work at a consistent rate and at a very, very high and optimal rate. Now, guys, as always, just before we jump into the video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, massively helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And with that being said, let's jump straight into it. So there's going to be 2 main points to this video. Now, the first one is probably going to be the most important one, okay? Usually people leave the most important to the end, so you watch longer and whatnot, but I'm going to give you it straight up off the bat, okay? The most important thing, trust me, once I understood this concept and I realized how powerful it is, and I started to adopt it and implement it into my client acquisition processes overall, it changed everything for me. It changed how I looked at everything, and it changed the results at the end of the day. It's very, very powerful. And what that is you need to start looking at what you're doing from the other person's perspective, okay? So you're an agency owner sending out emails, okay? You should not look at you sending out emails from your perspective, right? Don't think, oh, this is a good email, or I like how I've wrote this, or I've done this, or whatever. Don't look at it like that. I don't care about that perspective, because you're very biased towards yourself. Okay, you're very, very biased. If you do something, you're gonna think that's really good because you wrote it. You know it took you an hour to do it, or 4 hours to do it, or 2 weeks to do it. So you're gonna be very, very biased. You're gonna have an ego there, okay? Because you're gonna be like, oh no, that's really, really good. Because you're biased. Don't look at it from that perspective, because that's not going to get you anywhere. If you tell yourself you're amazing, it's not going to get you anywhere. This is another reason why I don't like this manifestation stuff, right? I believe in it to a certain extent, but I don't believe sitting in front of the mirror every morning telling yourself you're amazing is going to get you anywhere. You need to take action, and you need to do things in a factual way that's actually going to get you to where you want to go. Now, you looking at your emails, right? I know I went a bit off topic there, but you looking at your emails from your perspective, telling yourself that those emails are amazing, it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to work. What you need to do, okay, is you need to look at it from the client's perspective. Like, physically envision yourself sat in your chair running an e-commerce operation, right? The business that you're reaching out to, physically sit there and tell yourself that you own this business and you're doing your day-to-day stuff. You get an email come through at 12:40 p.m., right? 12:40 p.m., you get an email come through. It's from this agency called your agency name. In my case, Bax Consulting, right? From an agency called Bax Consulting. Sit there and then read through your email from their perspective. I promise you that is going to change everything for you, okay? You know, ask yourself these questions. Is this something that I would respond to, right? Read through your email through the client's perspective and ask yourself, would I respond to this? Does this make me feel any emotion? Am I motivated? Does this motivate me to do anything? Does this make me feel pain in regards to how I'm currently operating my marketing system, right? Again, this is all you as the client, okay? So they've got 2 ads running, they're doing influencer marketing. Does this make me feel pain and, you know, almost angst towards what I'm currently doing? Does this email invoke those emotions within me, right? Ask yourself that. Is the email coming across genuine, or is it very, very salesy and it's very obvious what's going on, or is it just genuine, like honestly? Another thing, you know, are you giving something before you ask? Okay, like, and the thing that you give is of genuine value. It can actually help the prospect. Okay, ask yourself that again, you in the prospect's mind. Does this email give me something before that person asks for 45 minutes of my time? Ask yourself that, right? And also the final thing is probably one of the most important things. Is this email different to the tens and tens of other agencies that have reached out to me this day? Is it different in any way, or is it the exact same? Is it the exact same wording? Is it the exact same offer? Is it the exact same email structure? Or is it different? Oh, this one's interesting because their offer is something that I've never seen before, and actually their offer serves me as the client. It actually takes me as the client into account. account? Does it do that or does it not, right? You need to look at your processes from this perspective. And as I say, I was just talking about email outreach there as an example, but this stems across Facebook ads, Instagram outreach, inbound on Facebook. You know, if you're doing, if you're creating a personal brand on Facebook and on LinkedIn and YouTube potentially, you know, concepts we discussed in Suntory Agency. You know, if you're doing those methods, for example, still ask yourself that from a prospect's, look at your, you know, your ads, your posts, your content from a prospect's perspective, and ask yourself those questions, because that's the only way that you're going to actually be able to make content, send emails and stuff of that nature that actually resonates with the prospect. Once you look through their eyes and look through their lens and you understand truly what they want to see, you can then provide them with what they want to see. Right? You can then provide them with the offers that are going to make them buy, the call to actions that are going to make them actually take action, right? The email subject lines that are actually going to get them to open the email. That's how you make your outreach fiercely powerful. And as I say at the start of the video, once I understood that deeply and I started to really envision myself doing that, sat at my desk, I run this business called Nike.com, for example, right? I run Nike, I'm the owner of Nike, and I'm sat at my desk and I'm working. Oh, I've got an email. Let me read through that email. You look through it through that lens, and I promise you, it provides you with a perspective that you're never going to be able to get anywhere else. Okay. And then from there, what you want to do is from those findings that you've collated, you then want to implement them into your emails. Okay. So that's the first thing. Don't look at, you know, I always say, for example, with the students in the Quantum Leap Become Agency program, right? I give you guys in that program entire word for word email scripts, everything. I give you them, right? But one thing that I say all the time is to never copy the email script word for word, because it's not going to work for you, right? It's not going to work for you. Rather, you need to pull from the structure. Okay, how has he introduced it? Okay, how has he structured his body, the you know, the meat of it, and what CTA is he using? How does he change up the CTAs? You need to pull from that and then create your own scripts around it, because if you use that same email, and there's you know, almost 400 members in the Quantum Leap Become Agency community right now, if 400 other students are using the exact same thing, right? 400 other agencies are using the exact same emails, it's not going to be different in any way, shape or form. So you really need to, as I say, understand from the client's perspective, look at things through their lens, because at the end of the day, whatever they see through their lens is going to dictate whether you get them on board as a client. Well, before that, it's going to dictate whether you get them to book in a meeting and then get them on board as a client. It's whatever they see through that lens, right? You could be doing anything. You could be working so hard over this side, but if all clients or potential clients see through their lens is a scam maybe, or you're no different to any other agency out there, this is so bland and boring and it just doesn't, you know, motivate me to do anything. If that's all they see through their lens, they're never going to book in a meeting with you. Why would somebody book in a meeting with somebody that they think is a scam? Why would somebody book in a meeting or speak to somebody that they think is just very boring and bland and quite frankly cannot help their business in any way, shape or form? Why would they do that? They won't. And that is why you're not getting the results that you want to get right now. Whereas on the flip side, if every single prospect who looked at your email and they looked at it through the lens of, this is amazing, this offer is ridiculous, I've never seen anything like this, this person really understands what we're doing here, they understand where I'm at right now, they deeply know where I want to get to, and it looks as though they can massively bridge that gap, right? And they can actually get me to where I want to get to because they understand my point A and they understand my point B, and their offer is something I've never seen before. If every prospect looks at your emails, your content, your ads, whatever it is, through that lens, you're going to have no problem signing clients. You're going to be turning more business away than you're going to be saying yes to at that point. And that's what you want. And you can only get to that point by understanding what they see through their lens and altering what you do so it alters what they see through their lens. Now, the second and final point, as I say, that first point is the most important, but this second point as well, if this isn't in place, then it kind of doesn't matter what they see through their lens or anything like that, okay? So this second point is about pouring water into a bucket with a hole in it, okay? If you're not getting meetings right now, if you're not getting clients right now, first things first, actually, I want to touch on this. People say email outreach doesn't work. People say Facebook ads for running Facebook ads to their agency doesn't work. People say content marketing doesn't work. Yet people are out there routinely signing clients through emails, through Facebook ads, through content marketing. They're routinely doing it. So it obviously does work, but the thing is that they're doing something different to what you're doing. That's all it comes down to, okay? And so with this second point, it really does feel that, right? What they do is they pour water into a bucket that has no holes in it. So they pour, the more water they pour into the bucket, the more water the bucket has. What the issue is currently with your outreach system, your outbound prospecting system, and overall your client acquisition systems, if you're not getting clients, you're not getting meetings, it's not because the medians that you're using is working. No, what's happening is that you're pouring water into a bucket that's got a hole in it. The more water you pour into that bucket, it doesn't matter. You could keep pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring. If there's a big hole in it, it's not going to maintain any of the water. Nothing's going to happen. And that's what you're doing right now. There is a issue, there's a break in either a multiple places or one specific place within your sequence, your flow, your funnel, your email sequence, your content marketing system. There's a hole somewhere. There's a bottleneck somewhere. That somewhere may be in, as I say, more than one position, by the way. So for example, in your emails, you got subject line, you've got the email itself, but then within the email itself, you've got the opening, you've got the hook, you've got the body, you've got the CTA. If your CTA is fundamentally flawed, for example, in your email outreach system, right? It's fundamentally flawed. It doesn't matter how good everything else is. It doesn't matter how much volume you push through that email. If your CTA is flawed, you're not going to get anything. There's an issue, okay? And it's, as I say, that's basically the hole. If the CTA is the hole, okay, if it's the issue. And so it doesn't matter how much water you pour into it, nothing's going to happen because there's a hole in the bucket. It's the same thing with Facebook ads, right? Facebook ads, you've got, the copy, you've got the creative, you've got the audience, you've got the headline, you've got the CTA, you've got the funnel itself, right? There's a lot more that goes into running ads, which is why it's always high level stuff, because there's so many more moving parts. And in order to get everything on point, it's very, very difficult. But once you do, it's very, very scalable. However, it's the same thing. Your ads, you can have the best advertising in the world, but if your VSL, your funnel overall is fundamentally flawed, again, you've got a hole in your bucket. So what you need to do is you need to figure out in your current client acquisition system, whatever it is that you're using, where's the hole? Where's the bottleneck? Where is the issue? Because there'll be an issue somewhere. As I say, email works. So why isn't it all working for you? Well, it's because you've got an issue in your current system. You need to figure it out. If you're not getting any open rates, it's a subject line. If you're getting a lot of open rates, but you're not getting any replies, there's something in your email. If you're getting a lot of replies, but not a lot of book calls, then it's definitely in your CTA, in that you're not making it as powerful enough as it should be, okay? And then, the other thing is, like, if you're getting a lot of meetings, but then you're not getting a lot of clients, well, then it's your sales process, okay? So you need to understand where the hole is within your client acquisition system, fix that, and you'll see a massive increase. So guys, I hope this kind of gave you a bit more clarification in terms of, signing clients, where you're going wrong, why it's not working for you. I truly, deeply believe if you implement on this video, you're gonna see a huge, huge increase in your meetings booked and clients signed. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, as always, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.